Hi, welcome to Papa's Outdoor Adventures, starring Papa, co-starring Papa, with special guest Papa. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, a couple of months. Yeah, I've been busy since then. I couldn't do anything in March and April because I was finishing up school on May 6th. I ended up graduating. I got my master's degree in English with a concentration in creative writing, so that's out of the way. Ever since graduation, I've been working on this stupid boat. And I'll tell you what, you talk about a job. It was like, I found out that every time you sand something, then you have to fiberglass it. It takes a minimum of 24 hours for that fiberglass to dry to where you can sand it again. Then you have to check all your fiberglassing, and if there's any pits or blemishes, you have to re-fiberglass it. You have to wait 24 hours and then sand that again. And with the total boat primer, you then have to prime it after you clean the boat, and then that takes a minimum of 16 hours, so you might as well figure 2 days for that to harden up. Then you have to sand all the primer, and then wash the boat again. Then you have to prime it again, let that dry for 2 days. You have to sand it again, wash the boat, and then you put a coat of top side paint on it, which takes another 16 hours minimum to dry, and that's 3 coats of air, so you know. And then before I could flip the boat, I had to wait for a week to make sure that paint on that side of the hull was completely dry, so when I set it on that end, it wouldn't be wet or stick to the floor or anything like that. So then I completed the other side of the boat and got it all primered and painted and fiberglassed and all that. And then by the time I got all 3 coats of paint on that and 2 coats of primer on that, I had to let the boat sit again for a week. Then when I got it up on the wagon, I could get it out of the garage. And once I got it out of the garage, I sanded the whole boat inside and out. Did all the fiberglass on the top side, inside and out. And then, you know, I did that whole primer process, paint process, all that part of it all at once, which started to go a lot quicker. Then I had to start adding all my wiring and accessories and things like that. Well, you'll be happy to know the boat is finally complete. For the most part, I got a few minor things to do, but I did have the boat out on the water over the last weekend. I was hoping to have it done by 4th of July weekend, which I got it done 1 week early. I was really satisfied with the boat. The boat did everything it was supposed to do and then some. My son and I took the boat out with my 3 teenage grandkids. Had my teenage granddaughter and my 2 teenage boys. The boat performed really well, and without anything else, let's just get to it, and I'll take you for a short walk around and show you what we got. So, here we go. Alright, the first thing is, that's what she ended up looking like. I got it all registered, the numbers, the launch permits and all that. The Richland decals, I ordered these from Etsy, I think they call that online. But these were the original, frickin' noisy bastard. But these are the original Richland stickers for it. And the boat is in 1972. It looks good sitting on the trailer. And I've gotten the trailer haul done. Although when I did load it over the weekend, when I was loading it back on the trailer, I gave it just a little too much oomph when I shouldn't have oomphed it so much, and I broke one of the ears off my bow stop. And of course it was rotten anyways, but we got that. But the boat just falls off the trailer when you back it in the water, and it comes up on the trailer like, I mean, like nothing. It glides right up the trailer. So we have a 2002 Mercury 2-stroke 25 horse, and the thing runs like a champ. I mean, I could not believe how easy it started and fired right up. And yeah, I'm not complaining one bit about that. She pisses fine, and it's quiet. For a 2-cycle, you wouldn't think they would be that quiet, but she is quiet. All the lights on the trailers work, all of them, turn signals. Got the transom saver bolted on. Speedometer for my Sierra speedometer. My transducer for my fish finder. I just got these short ratchet straps and cut them down a little bit to hold the boat down. One of my favorite features that I got for it was from Amazon, was this cover, this Bimini top. It's ideal. Got my stern light, and it works out pretty well. Got mounted my seats like so. I've got my cranking battery is in the back here, and the only thing hooked to my cranking battery is my bilge pump, my automatic bilge pump, which I have the switch mounted right here, and that's the only thing that I have hooked to that, because I don't want nothing else but emergency there. Now, I will say my trolling motor fits right here. It fits like a glove. I was going to make a trolling motor mount for the front and run wiring all the way up there, but I don't have to. And I like it better back here because this is my seat and I can control everything from back here right off the top. So then what we can do here is we move over to here, and I have these 110 outlets that I have my lights plugged into, which are up underneath here. They're LED, so they draw no power on my power inverter, and it lights up the boat. You wouldn't believe how bright it is inside the boat, which is going to be great for fishing at night, because you know, that way you can see the tire knots or get fish off or whatever it takes. I have quick release on my fuel line. I built bracket for my battery to keep it from sliding around, and for my fuel tank to keep it sliding around. I do not have my anchor mate set up, so I just got the old-fashioned, you know, throw the damn anchor overboard, hope it's tied on, and hope you don't lose it. And then you got to heave it in the boat, which are only 10-pound anchors. I need to get heavier ones. But so anyways, let's look at this dashboard I built. I stained it and used marine varnish on it. It's a red mahogany stain. I got my stern light buttons here, my running lights here, my instrument lights, everything lights up here. I got voltage that reads my house battery. These are open. I don't have nothing hooked to these. I'm thinking about adding LED lights to the front that I could use kind of like dock lights or headlights or whatever you want to call them. I got the USB port here, and I got a cigarette lighter type USB here. I ordered this from Amazon. These are Sierra gauges. This voltmeter reads for my cranking battery, and I'm telling you what, that 25 horse cranks out the volts. It charges perfect. We ran this boat and it was running right below 14 volts all day long. My speedometer, I'm not really happy with this. It works, however, it's not as accurate as the GPS on the Garmin Fish Finder. And I'm telling you what, that Garmin Fish Finder was really impressive. That impressed me a bunch. With 5 of us on the boat over the weekend, we were running full wide open throttle, and we were doing about 18 miles an hour average according to the speed on my Garmin, where my miles per hour on my gauge was reading 12 to 13. So it's not up too much, but it's enough. You know, this is operated by air in the back, where this is operated by GPS, so I have to lean toward the GPS. And the boat gets up on plane like immediately. It takes no time at all. My compass, it lights up. I do have a fire extinguisher I'm going to mount right here. These are my oars for my little 1954 12-footer. But what I'm going to do here, because if you ever tried to paddle a boat with a damn canoe paddle or something, it's a pain in the ass. But I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put me some oar locks right in through here. That way, if I have any problems, I can sit up here and turn this chair around, and I can paddle oar from up here like oars. I mean, I might have to stand up or something because of the depth of the boat, you know, versus the length of my oars. But I think that'd be a lot better. It's not, I'm really not worried about it breaking down or anything. But, you know, sometimes things happen. And that 25 horse, I am just tickled pink over it. I think it is dependable as hell. And I have my trolling motor that I could hook up as well. Moving up, we got, you know, our cleats. We got my horn. And if you can't hear this, you're deaf. I mean, literally, you're deaf. And if you do hear it, you'll probably go deaf, because that thing is loud. And I got my bow lights. It all works. And I have my, this is where I'm wanting to put my anchor mate system. I want to hang it over here and hang it up, put the crank up here so I can crank it. And another old-fashioned anchor, you know, the old throw it over and hope to hell it's tied off. That's a seat that I made the seat and just upholstered it myself. This is my cooler slash live well slash storage slash whatever the hell you want to use it for slash bench. 2 teenage boys sit on this perfect. I got my ladder for when the kids go swimming. They loved it. I added these pool noodles on it, which fit like a glove, because if you noticed, I put nicks in my paint from the ladder and the kids getting in and out. The whole floor is fiberglass and painted with the Total Boat non-skid. And there again, 16 hours in between coats to dry. I put 2 coats on. This is non-skid. This is topside red. Same as these little areas back here is topside red. I can go around here. And what I have here on the front of my console is my access to the battery. That just comes off. I got my plugs for my 110, which will plug into my power inverter, which I just hooked to my battery. This battery is on its own. What I don't have yet is a charging module, which I want to hook. I want to run a wire from my cranking battery, put my box in here, so that way once the engine charges the cranking battery completely, it'll cut it off and it'll start charging this one. However, nothing on here uses any voltage whatsoever, and those LED lights, they don't use no voltage. And that 110 switch right there, what I have there is that one right there is that way I could plug my fish tank pump in, which I have a fish tank pump, and I could run my hose into the cooler for a live well. But then I got to thinking, okay, I'm going to do away with that, and I'm going to get a regular size cooler and put it right here if I need a live well, because let's face it, you know, for catfish, if I'm going to keep a catfish, I don't need to keep the damn thing alive, because I'm going to plan on eating it. So I'm just going to throw it in the cooler on ice anyways. And, you know, normally I use cut bait and, you know, for catfish, so, you know, I don't really have to have a live well. And if I catch something, you know, if I need a live bait or something, then I'll just try and catch a damn bluegill or something, throw it in there. I mean, a regular size cooler is going to be plenty to hold minnows or, you know, bluegills or whatever if you got, you know, the fish tank pump hooked up to it. But other than that, let's check out this Bimini cover. This thing is awesome. I mean, it was on Amazon and it wasn't very expensive, but the thing I like is it came with this boot. We'll just get right off of there. When I set this up, all you gotta do is grab the old strap here and you just pull it right up like so. And clip that in there. Clip that in there, and it sets up. Now this is what I like. We were doing about 18 miles an hour running across that lake, bouncing. This thing did not ripple, it did not flutter in the wind. It was amazing, and it's really pretty stable. When the kids were getting in and out of the boat while they were swimming, you can undo one of these and it's still freaking stable. I mean, it didn't do nothing, you know. So I mean, obviously we hooked it back up when we got underway again, but you know, that's it. I mean, that's what I got so far. So there's the front, and a good look at it. I'm really tickled pink over it. It really amazed me. I'm pretty proud of it. And it looks like I got a moth hitching a ride on the side there. But that's what she looks like in all her glory. The old 1972 Richline RLS 1400. So now that I know it runs good, and they're calling for rain this weekend, and I got a big family get together to go to this weekend. Otherwise, I would get that beast out on the water and try and catch some catfish, some channels or something. I mean, I'm only 3 miles from the damn lake, and the only fishing I've done was maybe out here in the backyard. I mean, you get like, you know, I don't know, 3-4 inch bluegills, and 10-12 inch bass. There's catfish in there, but you ain't gonna catch none. They're so far and few in between. I think living in an addition, you know, years ago, those are the fish people want to keep and, you know, eat. But it does have some pretty nice crappies in there, I will say that. But, you know, it's my backyard, so I don't really get into fishing for it too much. I mean, you know, I'll throw it out there and just, you know, a fish a day keeps the doctor away type thing, you know. And normally if I'm down here, I'm either mowing the grass or, you know, or something stupid like that. But it's nice out here. It's a nice lake. Looks really good. But anyways, my next project is to get this damn Dodge. I got to change the alternator on it, and I got to do that because that's my boat towing vehicle. So anyways, I figured I'd update you guys and get you updated on what's going on. The old Richline RLS 1400 is complete for the most part, and we'll get out on the lake here pretty darn quick and see if we can't catch us a couple of catfishes. I think my brother's wanting to go on the first one, and it'll be the wife and I and my brother probably. And we're going to go out here to Cataract, try and catch some channels. Hopefully we could tie into a flathead or something. We might go up to Raccoon Lake, and if we go up there, they got some pretty damn nice stripers up there too. I haven't been to that lake for years, but I like to get up there. And the only other thing I need to do is figure out, because I got to keep Mama happy, and so I have this porta potty. I'm going to sit right here, but I need to figure out some way that I could put a divider, you know, say like waist high, so that, you know, obviously everybody and their brothers can't see her pulling her britches down when she's using the potty. You know how that goes, I mean. And maybe something collapsible with a, you know, use an old shower curtain and make something, you know, that'll fold around, like, you know, I don't know, maybe I can hook something to here, like with clothespins or, you know, and like tarp or something, you know. It wouldn't have to be there all the time, just enough, you know, when they got to do their business. You know how women are. They got to, you know, you don't want to just hang your ass out in front of everybody and their brother. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but, you know, because, you know, it's just a thing. But yeah, pretty happy with it. So, if you got any comments, leave them in down below, and we'll be back with you at the next one. Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your summer while it's here. Adios. Bye.